Everybody seems to be being pretty relaxed. I think we're actually gonna do a shakedown. People have been in our prison for a couple of days. We're just gonna have a quick check. Make sure nobody's tunneling or anything of that nature. We don't exactly have a lot of free guards, so it's going to take a little while. People are going to get pissy because they don't have things. But we're searching everybody, guys. We don't want to single anybody out. Everybody is suspected. That's why you're in prison. If you want to be trusted while you're in prison, you shouldn't have been untrustworthy in the first place, I guess. Our inmates, our workmen are probably all trapped. Let's just throw a temporary jail door in there, so they can potentially escape from this box of death. They finished the wall yet? Maybe. I can't tell. It's too dark. Oh. They don't have a route to put in the gate. It's still failing. It looks complete. I can't tell where our workmen are now. Oh, they're all over here. There's like 2 more places left to search. Come on, guys. What are you carrying? Wood. 1 more place? It's that wood. There was a guard, like, chasing him. And that was it. We did find some stuff, but there were no tunnels, which is good. Still waiting for that door. But as the sun comes up, we can see the full extent of our ginormous fence that we just built. Just waiting on somebody to install that. Oh, they did it. Okay. So let's slow down time just a little bit. We're about to have another intake, so let's actually hire a couple more guards. I think what we're going to do, we are going to go to our planning mode, and we're going to probably install a building down here that would be 34 this way. Let's count that. So something like that. Now that's a real big building, because we're going to be sharing this yard between all of our cell blocks, more or less. So we can use this building to set up some important things that we need. Things like our... Oh, wait. It's a little bit bigger than it should be. Okay, that's fine. Things like our security room, and things... Whoop, God damn it. Our security room and things, yes. Of course, we're going to need another one of those. Another one of those. Now, we don't need another one of these, necessarily. Do we? Because we don't need more offices. We have all the offices we need. We could put our security room down here. That's always a possibility. Our security room and our morgue and medical thingy. Yeah, I think that might be a good idea. So We'll call that our security room, with our armory on the back there. Let's actually chop it in half. So 32, 15, 16. So 16? Is that the middle? Well, it's close enough to the middle. But let's actually move it over one. And then we'll have our armory be 4 deep like that. We'll have the same on this side. Our morgue can be 4 deep, and then this can be our medical room. Alright. It's not quite central, but I think it's pretty much okay. So we're going to want to duplicate that other building. Let's do that. And this one, of course, as well. It's a little bit easier to copy. We still don't know what we're going to do with that. And this is going to be a copy of that. I think we will use our clone tool just to speed things up. And we're also going to want this guy as well, because all this stuff is going to be on their own separate electronics setup. Not electronics, but electrical setup. That'll work. Like that. That should be the same size. And if it's not, fuck it. Let's get rid of that for right now, because I don't know what we're going to do with it. Or perhaps that could be our protective custody. If we bring it out to maybe there, they can have their own separate enclosed yard. That might work. We'll have a door there. We'll give these guys larger cells. Like 3 by 3 maybe? I don't know. That might be a little big. Not sure how many of these cells we're going to need. And that's not exactly a good size in terms of efficient use of space. So let's get rid of that. What if we just did our 3 by 2? Like that. Oops. Whoops. God damn it. I cannot click today. We'll have something a little bit like that. Let's take that line out real quick. So we're not going to need a yard that big. Something more like that. We'll have that as their yard entrance. I think we'll put their shower and their common room in here as well. Something maybe like that. This can be their shower. A little tiny common room there. Now as for meals, it's a little bit problematic. Unless we were to make this back area actually their what's it? Their kitchen and dining room. Well, they don't need their own kitchen, I suppose. Let's do something like this. That can be their dining room, I guess. Or maybe this can. The larger one. And then we'll have a little tiny yard out here. Or they could use the main yard. Maybe we should just build it, see what happens. But I do like the idea of keeping them separate for their meals. Maybe make this the common room. Make that the shower. You know, I think that'll work. But let's change this around just a little bit. That didn't serve any real purpose, but I did it anyway. That's kind of a little bit how I roll. All right, let's just let's put it down. Foundations. We'll let that get built. That should be more than enough for our protective custody for at least the foreseeable future. Go back to accelerating some time. How are we looking on our bureaucracy screen? I want to get tasers and body armor. It's going to cost a ton of money. Well, I suppose we don't have our security room set up anyway, so they can't equip the tasers. So it won't cost us any money yet. It's taking these guys no time at all to put this cell block in. Let's make sure they replace that wall. Maybe when the foundation is finished we can do that. There. Now it occurs to me these guys aren't going to have a laundry. Which we might want to give them, because otherwise they won't have any clean clothes. That's something we'll have to consider later. Can we get rid of, put a little hole in there? Let's also set up their power situation over here. Put in a single jail door here. for the whole cell block. Cell block building. I think that'll work out just fine. More things are completing. Can we get another grant yet? Prison labor. Staff well-being. That'll be almost a, I was going to say that'll be an instant completement. Let's also do... Let's do the nutrition research while we don't have that many criminals. It's going to be a little bit annoying, but I think we'll be okay. So, slow this down while I work this out. So we're going to serve a single low-quantity, low-variety meal for 2 days. So let's set that up. So let's make sure replace that with free time. So we're going to have 1 meal, and we're going to make it pretty shitty. Where do we do that? There we go. Oh, no, one. Low variety, low quantity. So starting tomorrow, that'll start ticking over for us. Can we take any more grants? No. Oh, they don't have access up there. Let's do that. Make a little hole. Let them path through to the other side. Now our inmates will probably take advantage of that because they're sneaky little bastards. There we go. We're still taking in 10 prisoners a day, which is, you know, we can manage that. We have space still. We might want to consider closing our doors pretty soon, though, until we get this next cell block up and running. We have our ex-law enforcer. Oh, let's slow it down. You as well. You're also ex-law enforcer. So we're going to move you to protective custody as well. We're just going to have to make sure we remember to check that screen every now and again. Oh, somebody is up for parole. I would like to catch somebody in solitary confinement so we can perhaps recruit a confidential informant. It'd be a nice way for us to get some intel on the happenings inside our prison. We'll be able to find out if people are targeted for murder, where people are getting their illegal narcotics and stuff from. Be very useful information for us to know. It's just a matter of catching somebody while they're locked up. We could, you know, just throw people in there, but I'd like to avoid unnecessary punishment if we can. It just pisses everybody off. Which reminds me, let's take a look at our punishment stuff, our prison policy. I think if you do destruction, you're going to solitary. Escape attempts, you're going to solitary. Attack prisoner, you're going to solitary. Found tools, you're going to solitary. Found luxuries, locked down for an hour. That's not that bad. Attack staff, it's going to be 3 hours. Serious injury, 4 hours. Attack prisoner, 2 hours. Escape attempt, 4 hours. Destruction, 1 hour. Yeah, that'll work for right now, I think. We're going to be a little bit harsh on people. Let those guys get in and out over there. Go back to speeding up some time. Or accelerating some time. I suppose would be more grammatically correct. Would you people get out? There. Okay, we're going to want to replace this end wall again. Put some internal walls up. This wants to be a staff-only door. I don't know if that's in the right spot. It's not. Let's put it 3 from the end, the same as the other one. These guys get a large door. Well, it looks about in the middle. It might not be, but close enough. We're going to want power station, bunch of capacitors, and we're also going to have these guys have their own water pump. Now that's not necessary, but I think it'll be kind of a nice idea to keep all of our stuff on separate networks like that. Make sure we have metal detectors all over the joint. We really want to be taking control of the illegal stuff that's going on in our prison. Make sure we have power. Just basically copy what's happening over there. That should work out. Let all that stuff get installed. And let's run our electrical cable straight down through here. We'll see how that reaches. Some more prisoners are about to arrive, so I will again hire a couple more staff members, a couple more guards. It's important that we keep our number of guards high enough to deal with any situations that might occur, but not so high that we're losing money. That hooked up. Get rid of all these planning markers. We don't need them. And we'll get a couple of these rooms set up right away. So we want our shower with a drain in here. And we're going to space the shower heads in here out a little bit. Because this is, after all, our protective custody wing. Oh, there's trouble. I'll pause that. What's happening? Nothing good would be the answer. Let's pause it. Need to get you up here to help that guy. Get you guys down here to help as well. So what is happening here? We have an unconscious guy in the shower block. It's possible he's ex-law enforcement and we just don't know it. Alright. Is everything under control now? Are we good? I think we're good. I think we need more guards. Are we okay? Are we finished trying to murder each other? Jeez. So we're definitely gonna need to get our infirmary set up pronto. So we have a lot of injured people around. So what are the problems here? Tell me. Tell me so I can fix it. Food. Well, that's understandable. You guys are hungry. There's more people kicking off. This is shitty. This is real shitty. Anybody here? Potential informant? No. This is real bad. Somebody's gonna fucking die.